Friends, by the time you finish watching this video, 4 people will have chosen to end their own lives, picking suicide over speaking up. There'll be countless many others who will remain silent about their encounters with mental health, gendered violence, or loneliness. This is an urgent problem, and I am building a movement to change this. But first, a little story. 2 years ago, I left my near perfect California life to go face my deepest fears and put on paper the emotions and the grief that I had been holding within since I was a teenager. At 19 years of age, I made a very difficult choice of enduring a near fatal medical trauma, not calling home for help, just so my sister could survive a pregnancy that was the rest of her life. From that point, it took me nearly 10 years to work and make sure my sister and her child got the new beginning that they deserved. But that lonely journey of resurrecting her left me totally broken. I lived through a dark period of 8 years with excruciating levels of pain that a man was never supposed to express. I was building life saving medical devices for the entire world, but there was no cure, just shame for my own pain. Yet, against all odds, I went from a state of why even live to a new beginning in California, where I found a new community, my chosen family. Now I'm back, not just with a draft that every expert out there is excited to pursue, but with the realization that this is not just about me and my story. It's about taking it a step further and helping create a navigation system so that no one else out there will have to suffer in silence like I did for many years. I am now building a movement to combat loneliness by bringing our communities back together. A movement that's going to help end mental health stigma across the world so billions can go seek help for the first time. This is an initiative that's going to reshape masculinity by helping men to feel again, and as a result, help create a world free of gendered violence. So, how does one turn a story into a global movement for change? First, the memoir. In times where AI can write equally good fiction, true stories become even more important as engines to drive empathy and spark conversations that we won't have otherwise. But the book alone will not be enough. That is why I'm creating a digital media platform, a safe space where people can come and share their true stories, find resources and community, and see that they're not alone. Then we take it offline. Small workshops, community events, peer circles that drive advocacy for both mental health and masculinity. Because culture only shifts when people come together face to face, in trust, in dialogue. And I'm not the first person to be turning a story into a movement of culture change. Maya Angelou's stories gave voice to the marginalized. Trevor Noah's Born a Crime built a bridge across cultures. Brené Brown's work sparked a conversation on vulnerability. And Gabor Mate's voice continues to normalize trauma and healing. So, we have a lot of work to do. And to ignite this movement, I'm looking to raise an initial $100,000, which will go towards creating this community platform, conducting at least 25 workshops next year across the US, UK, and India, and creating a launchpad through my story, which brings more and more people to come speak up and own their own personal truths. So far, my journey as an artist has been supported by philanthropic money. But from here on, we are turning this into a movement. And as you know, movements are only built through public support. So whether you give $50, 500, or 5,000, every penny of that will contribute towards this mission and make you a key contributor. All right, it's about time. We've already lost 4 people. I have to go get to work. I really hope you will join me. Thank you.